here's the trickiness with Lilith. We have our Lilith for a reason. It's where we can tap into a lot of power and a lot of magnetism. But to tap into that, we have to kind of expose ourselves in a way where you will probably be seen as controversial, maybe share unpopular opinions. And in doing so, it triggers other people's Lilith, because Lilith is so highly enmeshed with societal shame. And shame is such a powerful emotion. It's so dangerous. So many murders are committed because of shame. And so it's a very scary thing to expose ourselves to not only ours, but other people's shame. And so here's an example. I have my Lilith in Libra in the third house, which means that I have some pretty unpopular, controversial opinions on relationships that I don't feel comfortable sharing, because I instinctively feel that I will be triggering other people's Lilith, and so that they may come for me because they don't want to face their own thoughts and opinions on these things. And then there's also the idea of when we judge others, we judge ourselves. Because one reason why I believe I have all of these opinions on relationships is because I have experienced, not only in this life, like watching like my parents' relationship and other people's relationships, in past lives. I think I was probably the one who engaged in a lot of bad behaviors in relationships. And so I came into this life to kind of face my shadows and see, like, okay, well, you can in this life say, oh, you've never cheated on a partner, and judge, cheaters very harshly. But in a past life, I may have. So that's the idea behind, like, when we judge others, we judge ourselves. And having harsh opinions always kind of come down to judgment. But we do have opinions for a reason, and we are supposed to share our opinions so that not only we can grow and exchange information, but so that other people can hear other people's information and opinions on things. I believe that my Lilith in Libra, for example, I've had a lot of people say to me that I have very high standards. And I do believe that I have high standards, but I also believe that collectively we kind of all have pretty low standards. And I think that, it's kind of like a meet in the middle kind of situation, where I need to be aware that people are human and they make mistakes, just like I do. But also, especially women, I think we do have very low standards when it comes to how we're treated in relationships. It's not just about, affection, or if they stay committed and don't cheat and things. It's also about how you're spoken to in relationships, how they respect you. Do you feel comfortable sharing your opinions with your partner? Are they going to disrespect you? Are they going to show that they don't care about your value systems and things like that? So I do feel a lot of hesitation in sharing my thoughts on relationships because, that fear of being canceled. But I do think it's a detriment not only to myself but others that I don't share a lot of those thoughts. So that's kind of how Lilith can be very tricky. It's like, not only are you dealing with your own internal conflicts, it's a very triggering exposure when you do show your own Lilith to other people. It almost feels like to them, oh, well, if this person can dress however they want, it's because of this, like, instead of you just thinking, why don't I feel like I can dress how I want? Or why don't I feel like I can share my opinions on this? So yeah, Lilith can be very tricky. And I think, and this is Black Moon Lilith, there's also an asteroid Lilith. So there's a lot of Lilith energy that we embody, and it can be very, very tricky. And I just wanted to share that side because I don't hear a lot of people talk about like their own Lilith placements, probably because, you know, there is a lot of repression involved in it. So if you want to learn more about evolutionary astrology, if you want an asteroid reading, you can look to the link in my bio.